after receiving an email from a person that would like to remain unnamed. I was sent this video, and so we're going to go ahead and react to this. It's a, if you can't see it, this is, and by the way, this is going to be extremely ghetto, by the way. Um, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and react to this video. Apparently, it's supposed to be about me, so I got a few things I'd like to say on it, okay? I mean, shall we? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe on your way in, and let's go ahead and start.
Started shit with me. Her big man face ass. Her big man face ass. Because she do got a goddamn man face. And black people give her a pass because she's not all the way black. But her ass looks like a man in the face. I said it. She looks like a man in the face.
You guys, I look like a man in the face. And in that exact moment, she literally dropped a piece of candy out of her mouth. It was kind of funny, but you probably couldn't see it because I need to zoom in, but I don't really know how. There we go. Oh no, she didn't. What? What was that?
So are you black?
Wait a minute. Is there a way to take this back? I need to see that again.
She looks like a man in the face.
The candy fell out. Proceeded to put it back in her mouth. Lord knows only where it fell. Are you serious? And yeah, you know, I guess I do have a man face, you guys. I can't really help that. Unfortunately, this is the face that I'll be stuck with for the rest of my life. And so apparently I have a man one, but yeah, it sucks to be me, I guess. But this is interesting.
So are you black men that's praising her and saying she's beautiful? Huh? Y'all motherfuckers are suspect.
You MFers are suspect if you think I'm beautiful, because there's just so many men in my comment section telling me I'm beautiful. Because that's exactly why so many people just subscribe to my channel, because I'm just so beautiful, right? Like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm kind of average and nobody over here is really interested in me because I'm pretty. It's probably because of what I'm talking about. It might actually be interesting, and people think I'm funny and cool as hell, you know, which you would probably find out if you actually watch my videos and didn't just judge my face, but apparently she's stuck on that.
Because she's not.
I'm not pretty.
Anyway, she came after me and started attacking me. Because I wrote a book called A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge.
Which we're going to get into, by the way. We're going to watch the video that I reacted to her book called A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. I actually did a review on it. And we're going to go ahead and see if I quote unquote attacked her, because you know what, honestly, I did it a couple years ago and I don't really remember what was said. So we're going to actually watch that in this video today too. But yeah, there's a little bit more.
She was mad about that. I don't even know you. I don't even know this lady. Never did nothing to her. Don't know her. I don't start beef with people on YouTube, y'all. I don't never do that. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I do not start stuff with people. I come on here and say what the fuck I gotta say. People get mad, get in their fucking feelings, and they start attacking me. I don't bother nobody. That's what she did.
Oh, it looks like Golden Goddess is here. Hey girl, how's it going? Long time no see. She said, why is Rashida going in on you? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why we're here watching this right now. And we're going to go apparently back to my old video to see if I was actually attacking her, because again, I don't remember attacking somebody. See, because the way I see attacks, see, the way she said that I have a man face and I'm just disturbing to look at, I'm so ugly and atrocious, that's an attack, because you're like saying stuff about my physical appearance, but I've never came at her physical appearance. I've never said anything about that. I've simply stated my opinion on the content that's out there, whether it be in her books or her videos. But I don't know. Stop it. You're a pretty lady and cool for sure. Oh, well, thank you. She who started. Hey, y'all. Thanks for coming in. Rashida is disturbed. I think she might be, because I didn't even do anything to really provoke this. There was a video that I did probably mention something about her, but it wasn't in a derogatory way. I didn't say anything about her looks. Like, and I don't know why she constantly attacks my looks. Like that even matters. Like anything about my physical appearance would change what I have to say. Like, does it change that what I'm stating is truth? You know what I'm saying? Does it negate what I'm saying just because I'm ugly? Like I can't help I'm facially challenged, okay? But does it change the fact that what I'm saying is correct? I don't know. Well, thank you guys for thinking I'm pretty, I guess. Somebody should.
She had been attacking me for about 2 years, and I didn't even know it. I did not fucking know that this woman was attacking me.
The video was made 2 years ago. Don't let it go to your head, ma'am. I wasn't attacking you for 2 years. Like, that's like if I was making video after video after video, and that's just not the case. She has a lot of hate in her. Yes, she does. We see who's starting something in the Michael Jackson hilarious voice. Exactly. You know, like I just try to, and I have emailed her and I have tried to do like a one-on-one, and back then she was like, "Oh, well you have to pay me." And I'm like, "Well, this was before my channel was even monetized. I'm like, "Look, I do this for free. I'm just here for the follows, for the laughs, for the giggles. I'm not doing this for any compensation. So why should I pay you?" You know what I'm saying? And when it would benefit both of us, because I want to say at the time I even had more subscribers than her, but that's not even the point. The point is, if we have subscribers, we can collab because it would benefit both of us. But whatever. Moving on.
Her big man face ass, strong jaw ass, getting a pass because she likes skin, but she's not cute at all. Black man, the self any black man be swooping her motherfucking head up, y'all. That was it.
No, they don't. Don't get it twisted. Y'all do not do that. Like, my comments are simply on the videos. There's no random men in my comment section telling me I'm just so gorgeous and beautiful. Like, that's just not happening. And I don't know what fantasy land she's living in to where that happens. Like, you guys can go in my comment section right now and look. They're general comments about the video. Like, that's not what my channel's about here. I don't have that kind of channel. I don't have that kind of OnlyFans account where I'm just like, got thirsty guys. That's not the case. Not even close. I literally just had a baby. Like, that'd be yuck. Anyway, you know, somebody said, sad part is he's teaching this to her daughter. I know. You can only imagine what her daughter probably thinks. Like, and you know what's crazy? I have seen her daughters and her daughter in her videos, and she's the spitting image of her. She's a beautiful young woman, thin and dark skinned, just like her mom. She's got the same face. She's just like a little young version of her. She's reaching at this point. Of course she is. I'm attracted to dark skinned black women like her. You know, and she's absolutely, to me, you know what? If I didn't hear the vulgar, like horrible things that she's saying out of her mouth, like you can honestly say that Rashida is an attractive woman. I mean, she's in shape. She's got clear skin. She's got good teeth. She always looks put together. You know, she seems educated. But then when she starts like spouting all this hate, it's just like thrown out the window. No, nobody can really see you as beautiful when you have such a vulgar like attitude and things that are coming out of your mouth. Like it's very masculine if you're asking me. But Rashida is pretty. I mean, she is. Like, you can't deny the fact that she's facially pretty, but I think she almost takes it all away when she starts talking. Like, literally, it just disappears because she's just like, F this, F that, B word that, and it's just all femininity out the window. Those videos were before the pandemic. She gave a few years break and okay. Cyber Monday, let's start a feud. You know what I mean? Let's get some views to the channel. Hey, I'm all for it. That's why I'm here for it, you guys. I'm like live. I'm like, this is too much for me to even go for. Rashida is pretty late too. I mean, she is. Like, I don't even know why she feels the need to, as a pretty woman, like why you even would feel the need to tear down another woman. Like, I'm a mom too. Like, I'm somebody's mom. I'm a couple people's mom. You know what I mean? And you're like saying all these things about me. Like, that's rude as hell. But anyway.
Doing it, be swooping her head up. She's not cute at all. She has a man face. She has a man.
I have a man face. A very man face.
Shaped face. Strong features.
Golden Goddess is a beautiful dark skinned woman. Golden Goddess is beautiful. I don't think she's dark skinned though. She's very fair from what I can see.
manly and defeminized because I'm dark motherfucking skin.
She just said that she's defeminized because her dark skin. No, it's not that. It's probably more because of the way you talk and the way you just ate that piece of candy. The dropping it all over the place, picking it off the floor, and then putting it back in your mouth. Yeah, that would probably be a little bit masculine. I'm just saying.
That's darkism. That's darkism.
That's darkism. That's darkism. I mean, come on. That's why people are looking at you and thinking masculine. They're not thinking you're masculine because of the way you look. What are you guys saying? And seeing pretty women with natty, sticky attitudes. She's living up to the typical stereotype about black women. I mean, in some cases she is, and in some cases she's not. I'm not gonna lie. She is an educated black woman. I mean, she does have a master's degree. She has written literature, which I've purchased and done a review on. So I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like she's some stereotype because she's obviously not. She's somebody to look up to, and I'm not gonna lie. But it's just crazy that this is how this woman who has a master's degree, who's written books, who's done plays, who's traveled, who is this educated, literally stoops this low to make fun of the way I look. Like, what does it matter? So what if I'm ugly? You know what I mean? Like, what does that really matter at the end of the day? Can you combat anything that I'm saying? Is anything that I'm saying untrue? Or is it just that I'm ugly? You know, like that's not valid enough for me, in my opinion. She needs to come with some real arguments, for real.
That's motherfucking darkism. That's what I'm saying. I took all my pain and started writing and using the performing arts because I'm talented like that, and you hoes is jealous. You bitches is jealous. So what this person do? I don't know how she ran into my work. I don't know how, but she goes and attacks my book, A Dark.
I'll tell you how. I actually found out about her work a long time ago whenever I purchased the book. I want to say I got it from Amazon, but I heard about her by watching another YouTuber at the time who was on YouTube called Tommy Sotomayor, and he did an interview with her that went way left. But either way, I mean, I was intrigued. I was like, oh, wow, you know, somebody who is actually talking about colorism. And yeah, I mean, I hadn't heard from it from anyone else before. Like, she's right. She's one of the few people who kind of started bringing attention to colorism and like things with that. But I don't know. A man doesn't care about her education and degrees. I'm pretty sure they don't. I mean, at the end of the day, men are after one thing, and education ain't it. I mean, let's be real.
Jealous ass bitch. Mad because I wrote a book to free me out of my own oppression. What the fuck that got to do with you? I'm not talking bad about you. I ain't said nothing about that. I don't even know this person. I ain't heard nothing bad about this woman. Nothing.
You didn't? Saying I had a man face wasn't bad. I'm just saying, and this isn't the first time she said it. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't even know this lady, but she's attacking me because I wrote a book called A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge.
And that's why I wanted to bring this up, you guys, because she said that I literally. Oops.
To do with her.
Okay, I'm like dripping here. She said that I attacked her, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull up that old video that I did 2 years ago, and we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna see if this constitute attacking or if this was a well thought out video that described a book that I read. For me, it doesn't matter. Beautiful ladies, melanin skin, spectrum, dark skin is how good care helpful made to me. Exactly. At the end of the day, you know, if somebody's good to you and good for your life, it doesn't matter what they, you know, what kind of package they come in. If you find them attractive, that's all that matters. Okay, hold on, y'all. My baby crying. They always want to start crying. Hold on, give me 1 sec. All right, so hashtag mom life. I literally should have waited till they went to sleep, but I couldn't. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Today's video is going to be a review on a book. Understand that this video is going to be a little bit triggering, so you're forewarned. The topic of Rashida Strober never seems to die, and so I kind of dug this book out of my bookcase and just kind of reread it. It's really not that long of a book. It's about 150 some odd pages, but I'm not gonna lie, I can show you really quick how the spacing is in this book. It's double spaced, and the spaces between the words are dramatic. It's like really extra. And so maybe that wasn't necessary for me to mention. I just wanted everyone to know that the book was like a pamphlet, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a book that you should expect to be beefy or like a really good long read by any stretch of the imagination. I want to say I probably finished it within a day or two. Extra spaced. The publisher, or maybe Rashida herself, whoever made the book, was trying to make the book look longer than technically what it is. If it was organized and margined like a normal book, this probably would be more like a pamphlet. I'm not even joking. But aside from that, I'm not going to say that this is worth reading or that I recommend a book like this, just simply because it comes off very racist, and it makes me, as a biracial person, a little uncomfortable reading stuff like this. Probably within the first few pages, I'm just going to read you this small excerpt, which is more like, I guess, the reason she wrote this book. It says, "Pledge to dark-skinned women and girls. Dark-skinned women and girls, this is my pledge to you. I, the dark-skinned activist Rashida Strober, pledge to change the world for dark-skinned women and girls. Unborn dark-skinned little girls will never experience the pain of being dark-skinned. The unborn dark-skinned baby girl will never experience a cold, unloving world that hates her skin tone. I will work as hard as humanly possible to eradicate discrimination against the beauty of dark skin." Thank you for reading this. And okay, so far, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie. To me, I'm doing her book plenty of justice, because I literally read like the prologue and everything. Like, and this is my video. I didn't have to do this. This wasn't for a promotional purpose at all. This was just me. He's saying hey back to you guys, but it's like this was just me letting people know what the book was about. What, this is not hating at all. I'm literally giving her book a lot of respect right now. This book, tell others about it. Never forget the struggle of the dark-skinned woman, for hers is the struggle of the most tortured and abused woman in the history of the world. And for what? The deep, dark, rich color of her skin, the color of the original woman, the color of the classical African woman, and the color of the mother of humanity. Never forget her.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products.
All right, so we're not going to hate on the fact that I have ads on my own channel, okay? Moving on, though, we're going to go ahead and skip that.
Every single month in passive income.
It's not the best written book. It's published kind of poorly. Michael said hi.
Several grammatical errors or typos, if you will. It's got 6 different women's stories about being dark-skinned and their different struggles. They all kind of tie in at the very last story. And I actually wrote down some points that I wanted to speak about. So like I said, it's 6 stories featuring different dark-skinned women's life and their struggles, like school bullying, being called things like darky, ugly, blacky. A lot of the black women in the story were left for a non-black woman. They originally did try to date other dark-skinned men. And so, like, literally for the next several minutes, I go on to talk about what the actual book was about. So I read the book thoroughly, took notes so that I could actually talk about the book in a way that represented it.
as thoroughly as possible. And so, like I said, how that's attacking her when I literally like took time to read your book and, process and think about what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just looking at it like maybe I didn't agree with every point, but people aren't going to agree with every point that you have in life. There are going to be some people that are going to have an argument with any point that you have. And you got to be ready for that if you're going to put out material. Like that just goes with anything. Every video that I put out, I can expect negative comments back to. But yeah, moving on. And by the way, guys, I know this is like mad ghetto, but this was so spur of the moment. I appreciate your patience. And they were rejected by those dark-skinned men. There was one woman in the story who had a biracial child that she tried to keep away from dating black men because she didn't want her child to have a dark-skinned child and then that child go through what she had went through. There was one particular dark-skinned woman who dated a Latin man who accepted her dark skin and the fact that she was obese, only to turn out that he was gay. And then there was a story about a mentally challenged dark-skinned woman who was repeatedly taken advantage of by men. She had given birth to 8 children, all who had different fathers. And because of her level of retardation, I guess she wasn't allowed to raise any of those kids. And there was a story about a dark-skinned woman's plight within the workplace and how she had oh my gosh, I'm just sitting here watching this like, man, this is kind of boring. Like, I could have definitely edited this a lot better, but this is also from 2 years ago. So all these like dry spells talking about some, I would have edited all that out by now. Like, these are the things that I've learned as a YouTuber. People don't want to hear you like think about your thoughts. Like, no, edit that crap out. Just like how we watched her video with her dropping a piece of candy and then proceeding to pick it off wherever it fell and then put it back in her mouth. Yeah, see, if you actually took the time to edit your videos, Rashida, then we wouldn't have saw that. I'm just saying. Like, recently been overlooked for white women or just lighter black women, and at one point she was even told to remove her hair locks for a marketing managing job. And again, all of that is like really sad stuff. Like, I completely understand what it's like to be marginalized and ignored by the opposite sex, not due to my skin tone, but other reasons. So I understand what it's like to feel like the world hates you or like people don't like you and they don't like how you. So like her whole thing of I'm dark skinned, people have rejected me, like, sweetheart, that's just one thing that people can reject you for in life. There are other things that people have against them and go through in life in which they're marginalized and mistreated or left out of things too. And it's may not be their skin color, but it could be things like their weight or their income level or their race, like as far as, maybe the culture that they have, the dialect that they speak. Some people are mistreated simply because they have an accent. Like, you never know. Look, but I also know that I was able to change the one thing, being obese at one point in my life. I was able to change that, and so after that, I was a little more accepted, and so life got easier. But when it comes to having dark skin, it's something that you can't actually change. It's something that you're kind of just given obviously at birth, and you have to live with and deal with the things that happen to dark skinned people. For the most part, just based on what Rashida said in this book, the worst part of growing up dark skinned is going through public schools because you're just so bullied and mistreated and things like that. And I don't agree with that stuff at all. Like, I hate the idea of someone being treated better or worse simply due to their skin tone, not because of who they are, not because of what they offer, but just simply off of what they look like. To me, that's wrong. People in the world that have to born a certain way that they cannot change, and so life is therefore different for them. That's what this book was basically about, and I appreciate that. And like I said, not necessarily enjoyed reading that because it was like, again, a pretty sad story. If you're a dark-skinned person and you believe in dark activism, then I do recommend the book. But if you're just a person and you don't need any negativity in your life, stay away from it because the book is pretty sad. There were some things that I didn't necessarily agree with. There was a part in the book about Kendrick Lamar. It was about his particular woman at the time, who I believe was either mixed race or maybe she was white and just mixed or something like that. But she was pretty much upset that this supposed black activist or black empowerment person, I guess Limelight, chose a woman that's considered not black. And to me, I don't think that's necessarily right. I don't think you should try to judge people based on their preferences. Like, you can't force the opposite sex to date you. And I don't think it's fair to try to make them feel bad for not choosing you. That comes off like mad jealous, and it just comes off possessive. And again, I'm sitting here watching it right along with you guys. Like, I'm still waiting for the part where I'm like attacking her or her book in any way, shape, or form. I literally explained it, not verbatim, but I summarized it as best as I could and didn't change anything. I'm simply stating, the book in my own, I guess, what would you call it? Perception? I don't know. But yeah. I have a few more minutes left. I almost want to just like skip to the end just to see, but I definitely don't, because at the same time I want to make sure that I didn't say anything else. Like, sometimes I think black women feel like they own black men or something. They own the rights to them, and it's like, you kind of don't. People have free will, and in this country, specifically in America, people have the freedom of choice, and they can date whoever they want and not, for the most part, feel any backlash. But then you still have people in this generation even who still feel like there is something wrong with people dating outside their race or dating somebody who has a different skin tone. And you can't make them feel bad or try to make them feel bad for not choosing you. That's wrong. To me, that's just as wrong as somebody making fun of you and calling you blackie and calling you ugly. And that's the one thing that I can say makes Rashida Strober come off a little bit crazy. Nobody except another dark-skinned man has no choice of no other woman except somebody who looks like you. Okay, so I did say that she comes off a little bit crazy, but again, that wasn't really an attack. That was my observation. And I mean, if we're being honest, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would say the same thing about you. Like, you do come off a tad bit crazy. I'm just saying, Why? Why limit yourself? Why limit other people? Especially in this country where we have the rights. We have one quote that stuck out to me specifically, and I actually wrote it down. All these women in her life were disgraced, pushed aside, and insulted because of one thing. Thank you, amazing tribe. I thought it was positive, constructive criticism too.
Anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
And when it comes to that, to be honest with you, I thought it was constructive criticism too. It's not like I'm sitting there just judging her, being like, "Oh, you're ugly. You have an ugly face. You have a big manly face," or something like that. Like she says to me, I'm not judging you by anything that you look like how you think the world does. But yet, it's interesting that the person who feels that the world judges her on what she looks like, but yet she's the main person doing it. Like, I mean, I don't know. Isn't that funny how that works? You think the world judges you for being dark skinned, but yet you judge me for having an ugly man face. You know what I mean? As if that changes or invalidates any opinion I may have, or like the thousands of people who have subscribed to my channel, like it changes their opinion of me just because I'm ugly. No, they subscribe because they like what I have to say. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I look like. Like, only to you it matters, apparently. I don't agree with it. I don't think that they should be pushed aside. I don't think they should be disgraced or insulted. Like, people are wrong for that. You are definitely wrong for making fun of somebody's skin tone. We're not in slavery days anymore. All of those ideologies and things that existed back then, we need to get away from it, because clearly we're in positions to be the best that we can be, no matter who you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what you look like. This particular woman has a master's degree. She's obviously written books. She's done plays. She's traveled. Like, nobody's holding you back. So obviously anything that you may have been feeling back then was internal. You took the bullet. And see, I'm literally giving her kudos right there. Somebody said she would give all the money in the world to look like you. Well, I doubt it. Why would she give all the money in the world to have an ugly big man face? That would make no sense. I'm sorry. I did not mean to snort. Oh gosh. That's how you know this is a live video, because I would have edited that part out. By the way, guys, I snort when I laugh. Sorry, another weird thing about me. So not only do I have an ugly big man face, but I also snort. If you unsubscribe, I totally understand. Oh my gosh. And the baby just spit up. Like, what the? 1 minute, please. I'll play the video. And you let it affect you in a way where it made you an activist, which is good. So now you're doing something positive about it, but at the same time, you're pushing it so hard, you're being so pushy about it, that you're gonna actually turn men off, because they're gonna look like, hey, you can't force me to do you. Like, I appreciate your passion for this particular subject, but to force the idea of making someone like you, it's never going to happen. They either do or they don't, because we're all human and we're just in these shells. We're literally just in a shell, and who you are on the inside is really what matters. So make sure that you're not coming off too forceful with your activism. But the problem is, just because you're trying to force the idea that you're beautiful doesn't mean that people are going to accept it. And then more than likely, it doesn't matter. She will have a video to come back with response, but at the same time, hopefully when she does come back, her response will be about more than just my physical appearance. Maybe she can combat something that I've said that was wrong here in this video. Maybe she can clarify something. I don't know. But so far, her responses are childish and literally do nothing for her case. They just make her seem like the one that's, got the colorism issue or something like that, because I don't know. Apparently my facial features matter more than what I say to her. Yeah, harsh reality for her to kind of come to terms with. You can be beautiful in your lane. You can be beautiful to someone, but honey, you're not going to be beautiful to everyone. I'm not going to be beautiful to everyone. Nobody is going to be beautiful to everyone. And you can't make it like this is... Yeah, apparently I'm not beautiful to everyone. Apparently I'm ugly as freak to Rashida Strober. Just some horrible thing to be dark-skinned, because I just can't imagine that every dark-skinned woman feels like this. I can't. I would hope that this lady has taken the bullying and things that she's went through, and it like psychologically affected her or something, and to where she feels like she needs to get some level of revenge. I sincerely hope that this is literally just her and not every dark-skinned woman. But yeah, guys, that's all I gotta say about it. Thanks for watching. You reading? Oh my gosh, look at my baby so young there. That's Luca. Wow. Time is flying, you guys. 2 years ago this video was. My baby is like talking and everything. She's like about to be in school. I got a whole nother kid here. Look at how much time has gone by since that video. And her and I have yet to have a conversation. And her and I have yet to have an exchange in which, a positive thing can come out of it. It's just a bunch of stupidity. Asia, for years, I've liked your snort when you laugh. Oh, wow. So you knew I did that? Wow. Amazon. Okay. He's so cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this one here, I tried to put him to bed before I came on here live, you guys, but apparently that's just not, that's not how life works out when you got 2 kids, so. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Don't forget to leave me a comment and tell me if I'm the one wrong here, or do her and I really need to have a sit down conversation, a one on one, in which the banter is just out the window, because I don't want to have a screaming match. I don't want to have a cursing match. I want to have a normal conversation like adults. That's what I want. Pretty baby, what's his name? His name is Michael. Michael the Third. Well, I am probably going to get out of here, you guys. I appreciate you so much for joining me. Rashida will debate you. I would like to. Like I said, I have emailed her before and she said that I had to pay her. So, alley-oops with the oopsie voice. But you got to make a donation. Exactly. Like, yeah, no, at the time when I asked her, my channel was not monetized. So I was willing to do it for free. So why would I pay someone else, when I'm willing to do it for free? At this point, my channel is monetized. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a one-on-one, but I don't think that I should have to pay, because at the end of the day, it would benefit us both. We both have a decent amount of subscribers. So if she wanted to have a conversation in which it's not volatile, where it doesn't get immature and curse and match, like having a conversation like adults, I'm all for that. But for the drama and for the beef, not gonna have it. Like I said, I'm busy. I got kids. I got a life over here. I'm not trying to be a part of the mess. It's cool to see how happy little one, baby Mike, is chilling with us. Yeah, he need to be in bed. That's what he need to do. He always want to be up under me, though. My little twin. But yeah, I will definitely try to do more lives. Hopefully they won't be so ghetto in the future. I appreciate you guys, but I do have to go. I got to get these kids like in bed. I have to, do some things. So I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.